Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and today I'm just going to do a very brief video, I think, talking about Fantasy Flight games and the competitive scene for Star Wars Legion. So, just today, for example, Fantasy Flight games have released some information regarding Organised play. I mean, that's the competitive scene as well as like demo games and stuff like that. And I just wanted to like briefly talk through them. It's not like news or anything, and if you read the article, you pretty much know everything there is to say. But I'll just bring it up on my screen, and yeah. So they released this article today. I say article, but I guess it is. The battles to come, which basically says still coming out, you know, March 22nd. That's the plan, and it talks about what they're going to be doing is like, I guess it's the release strategy. So from the March 8th, we're going to have in-store early demos. So I think that'll be stuff like that we've seen, you know, from demo games from like way back at Gen Con. They're just going to have them, but like spread out along the country. That does mean like the models and stuff like that will be available. And whether or not they'll have the full rules by then, that will be interesting. They've said they're talking about the launch weekend. So here, you know, the launch weekend. That's pretty much just sounds like they're doing some special stuff for. See, I was gonna say stores, but then they do have in-store events later. So who knows? I guess that's just saying, yo, go to your store at the weekend when it comes out. Legion at Adepticon. So Adepticon, actually, I think the opening day is March 22nd, which is pretty much the day Star Wars Legion comes out. So people are unsure 100% exactly how this is going to work, you know, because there's tournaments and stuff like that there. I was really tempted to make a mad dash to Adepticon, but I think that would be absolutely crazy, especially considering the game is coming out that day. So that would probably really slow me down in making like YouTube content kind of thing. So, but yeah, they're just talking about what they're going to be doing on that day. They'll probably have like, I don't know, special cards or dice or something. I think they'll have something to be like, yo, you came and played Star Wars Legion at Adepticon. In-store events, which is pretty much what I was saying. They're going to have some sort of campaign where you can try and turn the store into either an Imperial or a Rebel store. I'm not sure quite 100% what that's going to entail. All of these, they say, more details to come. So 12th, 26th, 5th, 12th, and so on. So, but it does talk here how they're going to lay the groundwork for organised play. And what they say here, that they're going to have a leisure to the flexibility to run a weekly league. I've never seen like a proper like a war game have a weekly league, but it's a great idea, I guess. I think it's just put like a lot of commitment. I think like single day events and casual gaming, they're probably the ones for me. But I mean, the fact that they're doing this is absolutely fantastic, I think. I mean, obviously they do it for their other games, but you know, this is confirmation just that, yep, we're going to support you with whatever you're going to have. I think it's called the Star Wars Legion Recruitment Kit, which I think will be like the first kit you get at the start, where if you go and play in a store, maybe you'll get an extra, a unique token or something, whatever the hell it ends up being, but still interesting. Gives you a reason to go to the store. And then, interestingly, the championship events, which obviously are the tournaments, which will eventually lead into the World Championships. Now, it does say more details to come in May. I think a World's like October for the rest of them. To me, this sounds like there will be a World, but I sort of expect it to be a scaled back version, because having a big ass tournament so soon might be a bit weird. But at least you know, it's a thing. They're saying it's going to be at the World Championships. Details to follow in May. Here it just says join the ranks. Nothing that interesting. Now the other link. This is the article. This actually links to the proper page, I guess, which literally is the same information, just laid out differently. But this will probably be like permanently available. Now I haven't clicked this one, but these are just, you know, the same stuff, product information. But the interesting thing on this page specifically is down at the assets, it does say watch this space for Star Wars Legion rulebooks, tournament guidelines, campaign details. It's interesting, campaign details, and other useful organised play. When this rulebook comes out, that is a very key question. If it comes out before the game, or personally, I feel like they're going to do it on March 22nd, or maybe like March 20th, just so people who've got early access to the boxes can actually play. I sort of, in one hand, I hope they do that so people can't, like, we all start from the same playing field kind of thing. So like the people who've got the models and are playing the game, we all know the release date. On the other hand, not really that bothered. So yeah, that's just it. It just talks very briefly about the possible of organised play. Now I did make a few notes there about this. They're not particularly great notes, but it's good to see that they're thinking about this already. Like, this is before the game's even released. We're talking about organised play. We want you to go into the stores. We want you to play this game. We want you to recruit people. We want this game. It's going to be supported. This is what this tells me. It's like, yeah, we're supporting this game quite heavily. So it's lovely to see that they're doing that already. And because they're not like Games Workshop, they don't have hundreds of stores or what have you. It does allow them to like send out packs to the stores that are like, yo, we sell your stuff. Here, have this free pack to give to share amongst your players as you will, either in a tournament or what have you, or casual play or what have you. And the fact that they can do that, it's a great boon to them because there's obviously more stores than Games Workshop stores. Is there? That might not be true. I bet there's more Games Workshop stores than general hobby stores. But yeah, I wonder about that actually. I don't know. But there's a lot of them anyway, and they're not tied to one set of group. A bit of me did think, what if Games Workshop started selling non-Games Workshop products? And then I realised that was mental, and they would never do that. There's going to be a Worlds, which we know, and I think it's going to probably be at this Worlds. We'll have to wait and see. I think they're on either they are on the fence or they don't know right now if it's going to be at this Worlds. But it would leave very narrow like qualification times. For example, I don't think the UK Game Expo, Board Game Expo, has announced anything to do with Star Wars Legion. Obviously, it's got its X-Wing Euros and stuff like that. I think the Expo normally does Euros rather than Nationals. So the game's released at the end of March, start of June for a whole European Championship. To me, that seems unlikely, but they could do it. Worlds will be interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to make it to Worlds this year. The chance of winning enough tournaments in the very brief enough time to even get there would be amazing. I'm not even going to be very good at the game, so the only way I would ever get to Worlds is paying out of my own money, and that's unlikely. So I will play in the tournaments that allow you to qualify. I will just never win, and I will be near the bottom. Just want to get that out of the way. I think like I'll be okay at the game, but not amazing, and I will not be shocking because I'll be researching and following it through so much that I suspect I won't be. Basically, I'll be putting enough time to not be the worst. That's probably the only reason. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Organised play to me is pivotal to a success these days. I think Games Workshop are realising that. I think X-Wing and Friday Night, Magic the Gathering, all that kind of stuff all ties in together because this is a physical hobby. And you want to get people to play your game. So it's as simple as that. This is a good way of doing that. We want competitions, we want friendly leagues, we want casual gaming, we want all of that. And it just says, we're supporting this game, go and play it, have fun. And I like that, and I'm happy to see that. Let me know what your plans are for Star Wars Legion. Are you a competitive gamer? I'm going to try and be competitive. I'm not going to be very good. Are you... I'm just going to make some terrain and have some nice battlefields kind of hobbyist with my nice painted miniatures? Are you, I'm just going to play it with my friends instead of 40k, we're just going to have some fun? Are you the kind of guy who's going to go like, or girl, going to go be like, okay, I'm going to go to some weekend leagues, have a bit of fun, maybe a campaign every now and then? Yeah, I'm probably all of them in one way. I'm going to try and do a lot of Star Wars Legion, so yeah, that's me. But what about you? And yeah, I realise this is a video that doesn't really say too much, so I'll try and be brief. But thank you so much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts on it in particular, and have a most beautiful, beautiful day. Goodbye. Bye.